Someone is extremely afraid of your comeback season. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, someone is extremely afraid of your comeback season. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say it's my time now. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say it's my time now. Now, when I say comeback season, think about when the Falcons and the Patriots were in the Super Bowl, and the Falcons had the Patriots down by at least 3 touchdowns, all right? At least that's how I remember it. But after halftime, the Patriots came back out, and not only did Tom Brady catch the team back up with this leadership skills, okay? He couldn't do it by himself. I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued, but Tom Brady not only got the team back up 3 touchdowns, but he doubled the points that the Falcons had. That was a comeback season right there, right? Think about the person who lost their job due to their boss being messy and nasty and just wanted to lay them off for no reason or fire them for no reason, right? And they thought that was all they could do. Maybe it was a good job. It was the best job they ever had, or maybe it was just a regular stable job to provide for their family, their kids, right? Their wives, husbands, whatever, okay? And when they lost their job, they lost all hope, but realized that, you know what? God got me. Not only do God got me, but faith without works is dead. So yeah, they put in that work, but somehow, some way they found a way to get through it. I'm talking about that type of comeback season. Think about the person who went through a divorce and they was in love with the love of their lives. Yeah. And come to find out, the love of their lives was underneath the sheets doing something totally different. Literally. Yeah. But they found a way to become emotionally free from that trauma. They found a way to become emotionally healed from that person committing infidelity. They found a way to break free from the person who had a strong hold on them, right? When I say a comeback season, I'm talking about losing all hope, losing all things, losing money, losing friends, losing people, losing things in life just in general. And somehow, some way, getting it all back times 10. See, that's who you are, right? And I say this, y'all, I say this with respect, right? Let me say it like that. I say this with respect. You just like a cancer, right? And by the way, I lost my grandfather to cancer. I know other people have family members who probably have fought cancer, lost, won, or maybe they're currently fighting cancer, right? So it was a conglomerate of how many diseases my granddad was fighting and battling. Like he had pneumonia, he had prostate cancer, diabetes. Like it was a whole bunch of things. But cancer was the main thing that was, getting them up out of here, right? However, pneumonia is always strong too. But the point of what I'm saying is, y'all, is I'm not making this a mockery, a joke, or anything like that. Trust me, I take cancer just as serious as you, okay? I done lost people. But you're just like a cancer, okay? Cancer never alleviates. It goes into remission, right? And when it goes into remission, it's like it's inactive or asleep. That's a fact. It's like it's sleep. And so for some people, it never wakes back up. And for some people, it come back stronger than ever. And that's how you operate. That's how you are. When a person takes something from you, right? When a person hold you constraint or in restraint, when a person keep you away from something, when a person, keep you from being who God called you to be, when a person keep you limited, yeah, it may work for a little bit, but you come back stronger than ever. You come back with more money. You come back with more hope. You come back with more love. You come back with more peace. You come back with more of God. You come back with more. And that's why I say, y'all, people are afraid of your comeback season because they know what you are capable of. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you better be careful with me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you better be careful with me. Now, I don't want to get y'all into no long rant of an intro, y'all, but sometimes I got to do it to get my point across, all right? I hope y'all understood that. But, family, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video. As y'all can see, we are right here in front of the legendary Great Couch. Anytime your boy is in front of the legendary Great Couch, something legendary going to be said, and that's just how they go. As y'all can see, y'all, this is a tad bit later post, right? Who am I kidding, y'all? It's a late post. I get it, right? However, I wasn't going to do it, but it was on my spirit to get it off, so I said, let's go ahead and do it. I was going to treat this like an off day, but I just couldn't, y'all. I couldn't, so here we are. I'm sending nothing but love, peace, and prosperity to y'all. I hope y'all had a great day because your boy had a marvelous day. But yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and get directly into it, man. Someone is extremely afraid of your comeback season. Let's get right into it. Leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post, all right? Number one, it's going to be this right here, y'all. They know how they treated you. Yeah. They know how they treated you. This is why they are afraid of your comeback season, right? They know they were nasty to you. They know they stole from you. They know they didn't treat you up to par. How you was well deserving of being treated. They know these things. So now when they see or hear that you're about to have a breakthrough or a comeback or some form of prosperity, they get real scared. They get real afraid, right? They know how they treated you and they don't want to receive the same thing. Y'all know. Or have y'all ever seen the movie Kill Bill? I'm sure y'all have. I think they got Kill Bill 1, 2. I don't know if they got 3, but I know for a fact they have 1 and 2, right? Actually, one of my favorite movies by, I think it's Quentin Tarantino, right? Dope movie. It's a classic. We all can agree to it, right? But with Kill Bill, you know, they beat the woman. I believe they raped her. I think they killed the baby, right? If they didn't rape her, and I don't want to keep saying that R word, right? Because I don't want to, number one, you know, get blocked on YouTube. And then also, too, I don't want to offend nobody, right? But I think they did the R word to her. And they killed the baby. And on top of that, they beat her terribly, right? And so it hurt her so bad because she was actually in love with the man who is obviously the movie named after Kill Bill, but she was in love with the man, and then all these other people kind of ganged up on her, and they did the end, right? They did the end. And so with that being said, every time they seen her face, every time, they all had this little scary look, y'all. Like, I can't believe I seen you. It was like they seen a ghost literally coming back from the dead, all right? It was like they literally seen a ghost coming back from the dead. And that's what the movie is called, Kill Bill, because she was coming to kill everybody who left her for dead, right? See, you're very similar, right? You're not coming back to kill anybody, but maybe you're coming back to kill, you know, trauma. Maybe you're coming back to kill that doubt. You're killing the naysayers. You're killing the hate. You're coming back to kill something. And see, the way they treated you is a reflection of how they are looking or receiving you, and you haven't even did nothing to them. Just because they see your face, they are afraid. They think you the lady from Kill Bill. Just because you've shown up, they think you the lady from Kill Bill. Just because of how you present yourself, they think you are the lady from Kill Bill. I can't think of her name for nothing. But the point is, y'all, is that they know how they treated you. And so you got that Kill Bill effect. It's like they got the Kill Bill syndrome. Like, oh, hold on. I know what I did to you. I hope you don't do it back to me. Understand what I'm saying, y'all. They know how they treated you. You gave them the shirt off your back. They did not. They refused. Okay? You was probably at your lowest point when you needed them the most, and they kicked you when you was down. That's why, y'all, I don't kick nobody when they're down, okay? I don't care if they're wrong or not. You don't never kick a man or woman when they are down because they won't always be there. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know, all right? But this is why they are extremely afraid of your comeback season. They don't want no smoke, all right? Number two is going to be this right here, y'all. you will get your just due. You will get your just due. Absolutely. You know, y'all, some of y'all may say this is weird. He's giving zesty and sassy vibes. But one of my favorite movies that has a great message, all right? One of my favorite movies that has a great message is Cinderella. Straight up. I'm going to be straight up and down with y'all. I like Cinderella because a lot of people, or the people in the movie, her stepmom and her stepsisters and stuff like that, they were treating her like she was the peasants. You know, they was treating her like she was underneath them, right? And mind you, the stepmother was married to Cinderella's dad. So this is how they already had felt. And I love this story because it shows how people hang on to things, how they see you, and they just can't wait to get the opportunity to treat you how they've always wanted to treat you. Okay? And then they feel as if they can stop you from what God has for you. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you can't stop me. And so the reason why I love the Cinderella story is because they literally thought that they could stop her. Well, we're just going to hold Cinderella hostage and keep her here in this attic. The prince would never choose her, right? The prince would never go to her. Okay. Yeah, we're going to keep her here. I'm going to make sure that my daughters, I'm talking about the stepmom, I'm going to make sure that my daughters have a chance. But it don't matter if you put those heathens right in front of the prince. He's not going for it because his spirit ain't going to align with them. You can set them up on a blind date all you want, stepmama, but it's not going to work. This is what happened within Cinderella. And when they tried to hold her away from the prince, she still ended up getting her just due. Somehow she still won. Somehow he still found her. Somehow he still felt her out. Somehow, some way. And that's the same thing with yourself. You're going to get your just due. Yeah, you're going to get your job back, but a better one. Yeah, you're going to get your career going, but it's going to go higher. Yeah, you're going to get another husband or wife, but they're going to be much better. You're going to get that redemption, I guarantee you. You're going to get your just due. And this is why they are afraid of your comeback season. They deliberately closed the door in your face. They deliberately held you hostage. They deliberately held you in contempt. They deliberately tried to keep you limited, deliberately. But it did not work. And just like Cinderella, you got your just due, all right? Number 3 is going to be this right here, family. Reparations are due. All right? Reparations are due. RIP to the great Fred, what is it, y'all? Chairman Fred Hampton, right? RIP to the great Fred Hampton, Chairman Fred Hampton. Okay, I ain't gonna cut this out, y'all, because I want y'all to see the natural effect of this. But anyway, Fred Hampton, all right? He's a chairman of the Black Panther Party. But anyway, he speaks about reparations a lot. RIP to the great, y'all. But reparations are due. Straight up and down. And so back in the day, y'all, our ancestors, all right, they were the ones who held black people in slavery, all right? And when I say our ancestors, I don't mean like the people who were in slavery. I'm talking about our ancestors were held in slavery from, the Caucasian ancestors, right? I don't want to stick to race on this because it's not all about race on this, right? It's really not. Race more so existed back in the day. Racism still exists now. Don't get it twisted. It does. But it's more so about classism. What do you have? Do you have money? Do you have status? Do you have materialism? So it's bigger on that. However, y'all, back in the day, we just gonna call a spade a spade. It was slavery back then. And so they held people back about 400 years for sure, right? And so reparations are actually due. However, time has now progressed, and now the ones who held our ancestors in slavery, they're now afraid. Afraid of what? They're gonna do the same thing they did to us. And the funny thing is, that's the trauma that's coming from the Caucasians ancestors, right? Now, of course, y'all, as chosen ones, we don't see no color. As chosen ones, we are all together, red, white, yellow, blue. Don't get it twisted, y'all. I'm right here with y'all. But speaking according to the ancestry on both races or ethnic groups. My ancestors were enslaved, and the Caucasian ancestors were the ones who were enslaving. It was what it was. However, y'all, as time has progressed, when you look back on it, yeah, reparations are due. And the ones who have that trauma from their ancestors are looking like, well, I hope they don't get in position because they're gonna do what they did to us, boy. Or they gonna do what we did to them, boy. Ooh. Hey, don't give him no power, don't give him no money, don't give them the opportunities, right? Because reparations are due. They are afraid because they understand that the comeback season may be their detriment. However, y'all, what I respect about people who have the mentality of reparations are due, but I'm going to get my own reparations. I'm going to open up my own business, right? I'm going to open up my own careers. I'm going to open up my own opportunities. I respect them because they're not looking for the man to give them money. They're not looking for the man to give them 40 acres and a mule. They're not looking for the man to give them something, right? So, again, it's not all about color, y'all. It was a big thing back in the day. Now it's more so about classism. Racism still do exist, but it's a bigger issue with classism, right? However, y'all, the point is that reparations are due, and anytime reparations are due, it's going to make people be afraid of your comeback season because they don't know how you're going to come back with those reparations. What are you going to do with those reparations? Are you going to hurt me? Are you going to do the same thing that I did to you? Whatever the case is, but they know that reparations are due, but the type of person that you are, you get your own reparations. Yeah. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I get my own reparations. You're not waiting for anybody to give you anything. And that's what I respect about you. Number 4, y'all, is going to be this right here. Your crown will be exposed. Your crown will be exposed. All right. See, family, when a person get money, the person who they show you that they are, whether they're very kind or if they are asshole. Okay. This particular person have always been that. Money did not change a person. Money changed the people who are around you. Money only exposes the person who have the money, right? So it don't change them. They were already that. If you were a drug head, you're going to buy more drugs, right? If you was a gym rat, you're going to be in the gym a lot more, probably drinking shakes and smoothies and protein and taking pills, whatever. But you're a gym rat. You're going to do that with your money. If you was a good person with your money, you're going to do a lot of great things with it. Money only exposes you. Well, Reno, what does this have to do with anything? Number 1, somebody drop in the comments and say my crown is exposed. But what this have to do with everything, y'all, is that while they're so afraid of your comeback season, they should be afraid of themselves actually or afraid of what you're going to do for your community and for those who are around you and not to them because you are naturally a good person. Yeah. They should be more so afraid of them and afraid of what you're going to do for those who are around you. You're going to help make the world a better place. And you're going to make the world a better place around you, right? Because you're going to provide more opportunities. You're going to provide more wisdom, more knowledge. You're not worried about doing anything to them, putting some money on this person's head, doing something bad to this person, using your money to flex or stunt. No. You're making the world a better place around you. Tupac said that I may not be the person who changed the world, but I guarantee you I'm going to spark the brain that will. And you are that brain. You are that brain. Number 5, y'all, is going to be this right here. They don't want to be replaced. Nope. They don't want to be replaced, okay? You know what, family? Last year, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, right? The Eagles did win the Super Bowl. However, the Kansas City Chiefs did not want to be replaced. They didn't, right? And can you blame them? They've been there, for 3 years, 4 years, back to back to back to back. Yeah, y'all go back and look at that run. That's going to be studied in NFL history, I guarantee you. Go back and look at that run. However, y'all, they didn't want to be replaced. Who would, right? However, it's going to be somebody who always have a comeback season, and that happened to be the Eagles. The Chiefs won back to back to back. The Eagles finally came back. It was their comeback season, and I guarantee you the Chiefs were afraid of anybody They just did not realize or know that it was going to be the Eagles who came back. The point is, y'all, this is why they are extremely afraid, because they know that comeback season will replace them. Yeah. The Eagles were replaced as the new champions. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm the new champion. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm the new champion. All right? But with that being said, family, once again, someone is extremely afraid of your comeback season. Let's go ahead and get directly into this conclusion, y'all. But I do want to do a recap, and then we'll get up out of here. So, number one, they know how they treated you. Number two, you will get your just due. Number three, reparations are due. Number four, your crown will be exposed. And number five, y'all, they don't want to be replaced, all right? Family, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy, join the membership, go meet your tribe. Y'all be sure to book a one-on-one session with your boy. Of course, y'all can get any one of my books. And yes, sir, be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.